The honourable member for Peace River.
To the Minister of Environment. My constituents are very worried about the proposed caribou range plan and how it will impact our economy and people in the north. Many believe the rumour that our government plans to turn the north into a park. As you know, I've been strongly advocating on this with your department since day one, which is why you visited high level last August to meet with industry stakeholders, municipal government and Indigenous groups, something we greatly appreciated. Can you update us on what you learned from these sessions, how that has informed the process, and where things are at now?
The Honourable Minister of Environment and Parks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to acknowledge the honourable member for her hard work on this file and her efforts to advocate for her constituents and for Northern Albertans across the province. In my meetings in high level, I heard many community and industry concerns about the impacts of range planning, and so that is why we undertook a robust approach to public consultation, and certainly we've listened to the results of those public consultations, which is why we are suspending consideration of conservation lands and some aspects of range planning pending a full socio-economic analysis, Mr. Speaker.
First supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister of Agriculture and Forestry. Like me, you represent a constituency where logging and forestry operations support families and communities. I know that stable and secure access to fibre is vital to the ongoing prosperity of our forest communities. What is our government doing to ensure that the forest industry continues to thrive in our province, given the issues surrounding fibre access and caribou range planning?
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture and Forestry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Member for the question. Forestry is a critical sector of our economy. Over 15,000 hardworking Albertans work in forestry, and the industry is a key economic driver in at least 70 Alberta communities. In my own constituency, the forest industry is a key economic driver that supports families, communities, and prosperity, Mr. Speaker. I've spoken to hundreds of constituents who are concerned about the impact the caribou range plans might have on their livelihoods and their communities. These folks want a balance. They want to preserve the caribou and protect Alberta's forest industry and the community it supports. That's why we have made the decision to defer planning until we're able to understand the impacts on forestry and how we can support those communities.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Second supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister of Energy, we face this issue together as neighbours. You've been hearing the same community concerns, and I know that you are with me in advocating for a strong Northern Alberta. Can you tell our constituents what you have done about what you've been hearing?
The Honourable Minister of Energy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And absolutely, as a Northern MLA and as Minister of Energy, I've talked to lots of Albertans, many up my way, who do share concerns that the caribou range plan could have an effect on their communities. And I share our government's belief that Albertans deserve a realistic caribou plan that protects jobs in the economy. And as our economy recovers right now, this isn't the time to put in policies that are going to affect our economics. So we're securing our economic recovery. We're slowing down the